Andy, good evening. Thank you for joining us in the lounge this evening. And first of all, congratulations really in order. You've been announced as joint manager until the end of the season, so congratulations.
Cheers for that, buzzing for that.
I know I've told you a little bit off air what the purpose of this is, but just for the record, these interviews really are done so that the fans can get to know you a little bit more as a person, you know, how you came about to be at this point in time, and just, as I say, rather than a post-match interview, just an actual interview to get to know you. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your career, Andy, and you know, your journey in football and how you come to end up at Tamworth.
So I started through my work experience on a voluntary basis at my old primary school, Scotland Primary School, and it took off from there really. I got asked to take over a grassroots team, which was Danylyszyn Green Cavaliers at the time, / FC Cavaliers. That changed my life really, because what happened is I came into contact with a lot of individuals which was from deprived backgrounds. They gave me that sense of what hunger really means, and sort of an outlook on life, and how lucky I was and fortunate I was, and if I wanted something I had to be really hungry. So I did the Danylyszyn Green and Cavaliers for 5 or 6 years. I came into contact with a chap called Richards. He gave me the opportunity to coach men's football with the senior team there. He gave me an opportunity to coach the other individuals whilst mentoring me, and he still does now. I went on from Danylyszyn Green to Bluecoat School, where I was teaching there, and I took on the football teams, set up a football academy there, if you like, and was very successful. From Bluecoat, after I did 4 or 5 years there, it escalated quick. Then what happened is, because we was doing so well, and there was a lot of players who was moving into academies from Bluecoat and from Danylyszyn Green, people started to realise that the coaching programme which I set up and my coaching ability was getting recognised. So then I went to Mansfield Town, John Mamshaw and Paul Cox. They headhunted me. John came down to watch what was going on at Bluecoat, watch cup finals, etc. Seen the amount of players I was in contact with, and asked me to help set up the academy with him, in terms of writing a scheme of work, giving me the freedom to coach and recruiting players. So we set up the academy at Mansfield under the tutelage of Paul Cox as well, and it sort of escalated from there. Then from doing well at Mansfield for a couple of years, a lot of players signed professional contracts which John, Paul and myself brought in, signed scholarships. It went then to I went to work at Chesterfield after I left Mansfield with the academy. In that time, Paul Cox gave me a call again. I went to Guiseley as the first team coach. I was on my UEFA licence at the time and worked there for Guiseley for 6 months with Paul. So that was my journey before coming to Tamworth with the under-19s originally. I'm just grateful for the people who I've mentioned: Richards, Paul Cox, John Mamshaw, in terms of in a football environment, because they've believed in me and given me chances, I'll say. And without that belief in them chances, I won't be at this stage where I am now. So I'm very grateful for them. Yeah,
well, we all need that in all walks of life, and totally. Personally I can understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
You stated previously that getting the opportunity to manage Tamworth is life-changing, so perhaps you could explain what you mean by that to you.
Yeah, just you actually saying that that comment to me, I remember saying that, I sort of, I've got tingles in my body. When you say life-changing, football's not just a game. I've worked hard all my life to get this opportunity, but the life-changing moment for me is Tamworth. I see Tamworth Football Club as a big club, and it's an opportunity, whereas before is to get results for the club, also for myself, and then results then can have an impact on my family. So it's life-changing. It's life-changing for my wife, for my children if I'm successful. It's an opportunity for me to be successful, as well as Tamworth Football Club, and I can provide then a better life for them. It's a chance to make my dad proud, and to change his life, because he's had some difficulties along the way. He works hard, so to make him comfortable in life, that's what sort of engages me. I've passed my UEFA licence. I've got a degree in sports science, you know, I've coached and had some successes, but my biggest achievement will be making my wife, my children proud of me, my dad proud of me, but also so they're comfortable in life because they've made sacrifices for me. And there's few people what have believed me in life. I mentioned Everton, Richard, Paul, Cox and John, I'm sure, but my dad's always believed in me since I was young, where others haven't. My wife, through you get some ups and downs, but she's believed in me, and then I want to make my kids proud. So it's life changing for all them people more than myself. I'd say so. I want to work hard at the job, work well. I think that there's not many coaches in the country that work as hard as me, because I'm going to take that opportunity at Tamworth Football Club.
Brilliant. You mentioned you were UEFA A qualified. You're only 34.
Yeah.
What are your long-term ambitions then in the game?
So my long-term ambitions is to coach and manage in some capacity in league football, Championship, Premier League. That's an ambition, but with the mindset I've been brought to believe with my dad is that you're in control of your destiny. So you have to work hard, you have to work well, and if you keep doing them things consistently, you'll get the opportunities, and it's about opening doors yourself. They're my ambitions. When it's an ambition though, it's more of a thing that I believe that I'm going to do. It's a matter of time, and with time them opportunities come if you work well and work hard. So that's the goal, and I'll just reflect, it's the goal for me, because then the more successful I am, my biggest achievement is my family being comfortable. So it'll be a great disappointment if I don't get there. I believe I've got the ability to get there. It's not because of the qualification. The UEFA is a great achievement, but it's not that. It's the principles and the sort of the traits that I've learned from young, from my dad, my personality traits, which my family have helped me with. That gives me confidence in my own ability.
What so far has been your proudest moment in your journey so far?
There's a couple. Paul Cox giving me the opportunity to work at Danylyszyn Football Club, going from academy football into the Conference Premier League as a first team coach. That gives you belief, because Paul Cox is an experienced guy, he's won the Conference Prem, he's been in League Two, so for him to have that faith in me, as well as John Ramshaw showing me that faith, that gave me great belief. So that was a proud moment in my career, because then it makes you realise that you can achieve if you keep working hard, and it's all that hard work in a nutshell is then realised in that one moment, that working hard and working well pays off, and also what it was is that I can achieve my goal long term, with, like I said, results, performance, and making my family proud. The other good moment in my life was winning a Valencia Cup with Blue Coat Academy, actually, because I was at Blue Coat for 5 years. We went abroad, we beat some professional academies over there, but in that 5 year process, the lads who I started with at Ice and Green, they was with me at Blue Coat, and there was a lot of academy players there. So to see them come together, and lads from deprived backgrounds, and then go abroad and win the Valencia Cup with teams like Valencia actually in the competition at their training ground, etc. That was a great achievement, to see them achieve and come from nothing to achieve everything, if you like. That was a proud moment in football. So them two moments to reflect on.
Yeah, I can understand that. A little bit more light-hearted now, Andy.
Yeah.
Do you have any superstitions or rituals?
Preparation. So preparation's key. That's my ritual, if you like. Preparing and organising myself for every training session, for every game, leaving no stone unturned. That gives me confidence, and I think if I'm confident as a manager and a coach, that goes on to the players. They can feel that confidence. If I'm relaxed, because I know what we're doing, I know how we're prepared, that goes on to the players. So that's my ritual, of being meticulous in my planning for every game, for every session. In terms of doing something consistently, just thanking God and praying to God for giving me the opportunities, giving me the talents, praying for sort of a continuation of that, and to help me in difficult moments. They're my sort of consistent things that I do, and they're my rituals that I do sort of on a weekly basis or a daily basis, because I think you've got to give it, like I said, the full attention if you're going to do something. Especially if you're going to a club like Tamworth Football Club, you've got to give 100%, and being meticulous for Tamworth Football Club is important to me personally, but for the club as well.
What's your most embarrassing moment in football so far?
The first game for Guiseley, we had Accrington Stanley at Guiseley, and if anyone's been to Guiseley, let's say the weather's very, very challenging at Guiseley, consistently through the year while I was there anyway. So it was really, really windy, as you do. I've done my ear sort of thinking, you know, FA Cup, first time up there, need to look sharp, even though I know I was going to get some banter from the lads. So I've got up there and it's blowing all over. So there's some pictures out there on Twitter and Facebook, on the internet, and you've got my trim, and it just looks like a bird's nest, if I'm being honest. So not only would I get banter anyway, but I was getting some serious banter at the end, especially because I didn't realise I was going to take a photo of me that day. So hence why I've got the hat on today, because it's windy outside. So, but no, the lads keep telling me as well, I've got to do my hair this Saturday, so I think I'm going to have a fresh trim, do my hair, and quite a bit shorter than I did, guys. But that was an embarrassing moment, I'd say. Even the gaffer at the time, Paul, was having a laugh. So that was embarrassing. Hence why I've got the hat on, like I said.
I've actually seen the photos. So
oh, I know. Oh, right. Okay, you've seen the photos. There you go then. I'm surprised you haven't had some banter with me yet.
This time.
Yeah, I know.
I would urge everybody who's watching this actually to have a quick Google search for Andy Danylyszyn Guiseley and search images. Yes, it'll come.
I'm going to see if I can take it off. Yeah, Georgia somewhere.
It's quality. Okay, so just to close off really now, what would you quantify as success between now and the end of this season?
When I came in, I mentioned the playoffs. The two reasons why I mentioned it is, one, I've seen the quality of the team and what the players have got in terms of ability, and I've got belief in them. The committee, the support they give the club, the chairman, vice chairman, yourselves, George Delves, being at training and seeing how they want to drive the club forward. That gives me sort of, and them having a care for the club, the fans, seeing the fan base. When you play at home at the Lamb, it feels like you've got sort of 10,000 people. When you play at some away games, I'm thinking, we're in the same league, I'm thinking the atmosphere is not the same, the Lamb's rocking. So that the fan base, and talking to the fans how much it means to them, the ambition is to say, this club's a conference club. Without doubt, it's a conference club. So the ambition was playoffs this year, and I fed that to the players. The other reason I believe that is because in Gaz, I see someone who's ambitious. He's got a skill set of man-to-man management. He's very good at it, and he complements my skill set in terms of coaching, my tactical understanding of the game, and preparation for a game. So when I seen that blend, I thought, we can get the playoffs this year. The players looked at me like I had maybe some horns on my head, or I was an alien. But then as games have gone on, the players have started to believe. We've had 9 games, 6 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. If we would have got if that loss would have been a win, which it was a very close game, or one of them draws would have been a win, we'd be right there or thereabouts. It's still an ambition, because it's mathematically possible, and we've climbed from 19th to 10th, around there, which is a big jump, and we've closed the gap in terms of points. That's for this season. I'd say for next season, the club's ambition's got to be promotion. For the players, for the club, how much they work, and for the fans, because it means a lot, and the fan base here is tremendous. So that's definitely 100% the ambition. And if me and Gaz don't fulfil that, we've failed. That's how I take it anyway, and it's a personal thing. So I'm going to give everything to fulfil that ambition. 1, for the club. 2, for the fans and the players. 3, for my inner drive myself, and I know I've got the ability. But most of all is like I said, for my family good, because them being comfortable is my drive, is my determination. That's why extrinsically, in terms of ambition, nothing intrinsically, I don't feel pressure. So a game doesn't pressurise me. Fans don't pressurise me. A committee can't pressurise me. I don't feel pressure, because real pressure is having to work 12-hour shifts, or real pressure is being at home in some difficulties. So ambition, I've got to fulfil that ambition. And I'm going to fulfil the ambition. I'm going to work hard every day, for them reasons that I've mentioned. Absolutely brilliant talking to you, Andy. I'm sure many people enjoy watching this, and you're an infectious character. Cheers, appreciate it. And I hope you're here for a long, long time to come yet. So do I. Thank you for your time this evening. Cheers, thank you. Great, thanks a lot.